So that is the backstory about how Adi Negev began. And now I want to show you the beauty of what Adi Negev is today. I have another video to show. This one is much shorter.
When people ask me where I work, I'm proud to say that I work at Adi. It's a special place because not in every place you can actually feel meaningful.
Working here has made me a better person.
I became a different person, and it's everything because the kids and the amazing staff that we have here in the school, we learn from them so much.
Being here has really taught me a lot of lessons about life.
Adi is the answer to the question, what would happen if we invested in a kinder, more accepting world?
Adi is not only the place where I work, it's my mission.
The mission for Adi is to bring hope and happiness and a lot of light to the life of the patient here.
We first see a human being. We don't see the disabilities. We don't see the medical situation.
One of the best things about Adi, especially in the way we treat the patients, is that with so many medical conditions and so many interventions that needs to be done, it's very easy to have a patient stuck in a bed, and that's completely not what happens here.
We've had children here where they said they won't be able to walk, and now they're walking. We've had children where they said, oh, he won't be able to communicate, and now they're communicating.
And everyone is treated the same, is valued, is given the opportunities they need to grow and thrive, be appreciated, be part of a community.
And the first thing I ask myself when I look at a child's needs is, what would I want for my own child?
We will do anything we believe that will help the child to progress.
All the staff here, the doctors, the nurses, the therapists, they're all united in my purpose.
It is an environment where everybody works together as part of the rehabilitation team to provide the highest level of rehabilitation services to all those in need.
People like to help each other here. And it's a very, very good feeling.
Everyone here is so connected. Any carer who the child sees during the day knows what the goal is with this child and what to do with him. And that, I think, is very special here. The parents and the staff here at Adi work together hand in hand. We communicate with the parents a lot. The kids come home and the parents continue doing the same things that we're doing in the classroom.
The family is a part of their daily lives and treatment.
We identify the need, we develop the service, and we're there for them.
They go to school, they have hydrotherapy, they have interactions with the community.
Adi is a family, a community, and a mission. Adi is really the answer to the question, what would happen if we all actually embraced the reality of our shared humanity?
Where we believe that our children should be out there to be seen by society.
For people who have disabilities, who have special needs, and also who don't have. I don't have any disability, and I feel like this is my place, this is my home.
It's a place that grows your empathy and your humanity. It's a place that makes you a better person.
Adi is a place where people from all backgrounds and levels of ability come together to lift each other up, to see what's inside, the shared humanity, and reach that greatest potential together.
We can influence the lives of other people. We can change lives of other people. We can do things that in other places won't be done.
They leave with energy and vitality and viability.
We're doing here together something very, very big, that I'm important to somebody that actually can help someone to get better. It's the best thing in the world.
We are a big family. Patients, residents, workers.
Adi is the life of the people who work here, and that's really unique.
Everyone's like a big family.
And I really feel the love, like the love of a small family.
We are family. We are Adi.
So I have a Facebook friend.
Nobody cares. Okay. All right, so that is the beauty of Adi. One of the things they mentioned is the kindergarten. So day after day, the village's innovative kindergarten integrates children born with disabilities and their non-disabled peers to promote empathy, and acceptance. It's a beautiful thing. Because Adi Negev is located in the Gaza envelope, they have kids from local children come and go to school, elementary school, with these children, and they develop this beautiful bond together. Interestingly, I just have to throw this in. Adi Negev, like I said, is in the Gaza envelope. When on October 7th, when the attacks happened, they went from kibbutz to kibbutz, that they drove on that road and just went into all the kibbutzim that were off that road. Adi Negev is right off that road, and miraculously, the terrorists drove right past it. They lost one person who was a nurse who had been there for many years, who left a little early and went to the bus stop because she wanted to get home for a family birthday, and she was killed at the bus stop, sadly. But it was an absolute miracle that the terrorists didn't turn into their parking lot, because they could have easily have gone in. They have, like, a gate that goes down there. They didn't have any serious defense, and they were spared, which is just incredible. All right, so just wanted to show you some pictures. These are just these beautiful pictures from, you can just see the love and the warmth. Everyone who works there and visits there, it's the most beautiful feeling. You really see that everyone is so loved and appreciated. All the residents that are there, by everyone who works there, they're adored, and you feel like you're getting as much back from the experience of being in their presence as they get from you helping them. So they have special ed. I'll tell you about different programs that they have at Adi. So special education school. Excuse me. Adi's comprehensive special education school system is tailored to meet the unique challenges and individual abilities of residents and children with disabilities from surrounding communities between the ages of 3 and 21. And they have a smart classroom. So Adi Negev's smart classroom is equipped with a mobile communication computer, touch screen, and projector that enable the teacher to project the communication board directly onto the wall. Now, they have the most high-tech equipment there for education, for helping people with mobility. I mean, when we were there, we went to one section, we actually took a picture, but I didn't include my pictures, where they just had a wall full of different walking devices. And with children, they grow constantly. Of course, some kids with disabilities grow slower, but they still grow. So they have to move into different size equipment. This equipment is really expensive. Each walker is specially designed for children. They have special walkers, and you'll see it in some of these pictures, where they get kids from a horizontal to a vertical position, and they're able to stand and interact and socialize instead of being immobilized in bed. And those devices slowly help them maybe move their legs or move their arms so that they can direct themselves if it's an electric motor. They get huge sponsorships from around the world, from different Jewish families, Jewish organizations, from people all over the world. It's really incredible how the whole world invests in what they have to offer here. They recognize the charm, the beauty, what this place represents, and it's able to thrive because of that. This is not a pitch for you to donate. I'm just saying this is how Adi survives. They do get some money from the government. They are recognized by the government and different government agencies, but that is not where the bulk of their support comes from. So in terms of life skills, the life skills program at Adi enables maximum possible resident participation in everyday activities such as food preparation, laundry, setting the table, and more, increasing self-confidence and feelings of purpose. That's such an important thing. If you're, imagine these children, some of them live at home and the parents bring them every day. They're not all residential. And to have like the Major General had, he had a healthy child at home and a disabled child at home. The joy of being able to participate at home by helping with daily tasks is enormous. And just giving them the tools and the ability to be able to help set the table for the family gives them so much pride. And that is such an important tool that we all need to have. Look at these joyous faces. They're just precious. So we'll talk about the different programs. So not only do they have the school and the facilities for the disabled, they also have a hospital there that's used for rehabilitation, like he was saying in that TED Talk. And after October 7th, it's incredible how important that was. This is the only rehab hospital in the south of Israel. So in the past, people would have to travel hours to get to a hospital in the northern part of the country. And of course, that war took place in the south. There were a lot of injuries, but all these people, all the soldiers who have been injured, they now are able to, those who live in the south are able to receive rehabilitation in the south. And they have state-of-the-art everything. They have, you'll see some of the, some equipment that it's the only equipment in the country. So volunteers, this is one of the opportunities, and I will show you a video of a volunteer opportunity also, but they have many volunteer groups who come to Adi, and this is one of them. This is probably for some type of race that they had to bring awareness. These are all, so they have, I'm looking for one video. I think I'm ahead on my videos here. So they have respiratory therapy there, which is very important. In fact, I think that the Major General's son ultimately died from a respiratory infection. But with people with disabilities, that's a very common problem. So most Adi residents suffer from respiratory complications and breathing difficulties. Adi's respiratory therapy program provides residents with the ongoing respiratory treatments that enable them to live quality lives to their maximum ability. I'm just trying to get to, I think I somehow, there we go. It's a child getting respiratory treatment. And here we have music therapy. So music is the key to the soul. At Adi, children and residents learn to use music as an enjoyable and rewarding form of self-expression and social interaction. Just beautiful.
Rachel, you visited, yeah?
Yes. When I went to Israel in May, we had the opportunity to go visit.
Give us a couple of minutes just by telling, talking to us.
Right. So when we went, we
We'll turn the light on so we can see it.
Yeah.
Don't think a little bit of light, I feel like.
Wait, it's
you're
fine.
against the dark, if it's a big thing.
I think it's fine. This way you can see, they're much cuter to look at. When we went, we really just got a tour of the facility and we got introduced by Ellie Klein, who was on that, video, that second video that I showed. And we went around, we got to see some of the classrooms, we got to go out to the garden and see the garden we got to see, and I'll talk about it. The people who are gardening, who are people with disabilities that they employ. We got to see the equine therapy and, just walk around their facilities. The facilities are beautiful. I mean, truly what he said, it's the opposite of what you think of when you think of these institutions back in, they probably still exist, but
How isolated is it from like the nearest community?
not isolated at all.
What,
It's on that
what's the
main,
town?
it's on that main road in the south. There's kibbutzim right nearby.
So just what's
It's a campus, it's a 40-acre campus, but it's not isolated at all.
close to Beersheba probably?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, so we really toured around, we got to see some children playing in a playground. Their playgrounds are designed for children with disabilities. So like they have, instead of a seesaw, they have something where they can sit or they can bring the wheelchairs onto it and it rocks a little bit. They have sensory areas where they try to encourage children to come over to play with the toys, but they don't realize that they're walking on different types of surface. So it helps them with their balance and walking. Everything has been designed mindfully to help the children be more mobile, be more active, to help them improve so that they're more independent. Everything in the entire campus is designed like that. And they get to, like he said, you'll see a child like this in the pool next to a soldier who was injured, who is rehabilitating, or someone who had a stroke who's rehabilitating. They don't hide children with disabilities or adults with disabilities. They integrate them throughout the process.
It seems like maybe they mirror having a retirement community do right next to it would be like the perfect pairing, right? Like having the two types of communities.
Yes,
sure.
but their focus really is on people with disabilities. So if someone,
No, I mean,
felt right.
volunteers, I mean, for the volunteers.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So here is hydrotherapy. Looks pretty fun. With its many physical and emotional benefits, hydrotherapy is one of the most enjoyable and beneficial therapeutic avenues available for children with severe disabilities. Hydrotherapy improves and strengthens physical abilities, coordination, sensory awareness, and the respiratory and pulmonary systems, and enhances quality of life through the positive release of energy and building self-esteem. We do this in nursery schools and in schools all the time where you incorporate activities that are fun. They seem like they're play, but they're play with meaning, play with purpose. And that's how different activities are here, different types of physical therapy or cognitive therapy. They make it fun, they make it age specific or maybe not age specific, but cognitive specific for that individual, and are always have a team that make it fun for them. And I think part of that fun is the fact that the people who work there love what they're doing. And so it's not work. It's not a chore to teach these kids how to do X, Y, and Z. They enjoy it. They love what they do. They love the children that they're working with, and everything about it is a joy there. And you really get that feeling when you're there. Art therapy. Residents, now patients at Adi, learn to express feelings and understand their surrounding as they enjoy various forms of art and artistic expression. leading to feelings of accomplishment and increased confidence. And if you go on their website, you can even buy some art pieces that they do. So this is for alternative communication. The smart classroom, like I said, they use the high-tech mobile communication, computer, touch screen, projectors that enable the teacher to project the communication board directly onto the wall or right within their vision. There's a lot of one-on-one work that happens there. But you see the device that this girl is in? Look at that. And what I love about this picture, if you look closely, that little girl's fingernails are painted. And, you know, the life skills program at ADI enables maximum possible resident participation in everyday activities, such as food preparation, all of that. So you see this little girl is learning how to help. She can participate and offer something. Again, look at the chair and the harness that she's in. They make it possible. They find the funding to make it possible to get her the chair that will work for her so that she can be in that room. They don't take anything as a no. Nothing is impossible there. So they're paramedical and creative arts therapies. They have, like I said, the respiratory therapy. I feel like my notes are completely out of order. And the physiotherapy. So the physiotherapy addresses and challenges disabilities through innovative exercises and practices that help residents and patients improve functioning and overcome congenital or acquired physical limitations. So again, everything that they do there is not limited to the children. They expand that out to the community, to people with physical limitations that may have come by them by an accident or a heart attack or a stroke or whatever situation, certainly in the war. And they have all the equipment that they can work on with them there. Their gym is very well used. Wasn't being used at the time that we were there, but the Paralympics train there. The Israeli Paralympics team trains there for basketball. So sports therapy is a different type of therapy that they do there. Participation in sports can speed the recovery process for rehabilitation patients, proving to them that their disability does not have to prevent them from benefiting from an enjoyable and active lifestyle. Sports therapy provides emotional, psychological, and social benefits and offers numerous opportunities for inclusive community integration. Again, you know, you could imagine someone who was a strong soldier who loses a leg or two and they feel like their life is over. But if they're suddenly put in a room like this with people who are in wheelchairs playing basketball competitively and not limited by their injuries or by their physical losses, it inspires them to get better, to heal, and to realize that life isn't over if you have a physical limitation. It gives them a community and it gives them the understanding that there's a purpose still in their life. This is my favorite picture. So specially designed motorized wheelchairs allow ADI residents to take control of their own mobility from the earliest age. From WYSIBUG chairs to switch-operated wheelchairs, ADI residents are on the move to maximum independence. I mean, how cute is that kid? Again, you can imagine the cost of that car. So, Gymboree corners enable Adi children to move around more freely and play with a variety of colorful hoops, cushions, vibrating pillows, and activity boards in a safe padded environment. Placed on the floor, children benefit from movement, change of position, and altering sensory stimulation. I think in today's world, we know how important that is. But they have the opportunity to do that every day with trained physical therapists who know exactly what they need. And you can see it, just total joy. This is another beautiful picture. Every child benefits from fresh air and sunshine, periodic changes of scenery and exciting activities. At Adi, we make sure that our students and residents enjoy the same experiential fun as other children their age, with action-packed summer and winter camps, nature outings, trips to the local mall, and more, all of which serve to create happy and stimulating quality lives. So I'm not sure if these women work at Adi or if they're mothers of the children, but they involve the parents at all steps. At whatever level the parents want to be involved, they are welcome there. And they have support groups for the families from the time the children are born to help parents navigate the system, because it's overwhelming. Nobody knows exactly what to do when you have a child born with such extreme special needs. So they have support groups that work with families throughout the whole process, getting them to all the government services that they're entitled to, but then also having group activities for them and ongoing support groups for them. They're encouraged. They always have different celebrations going on at Adi for the holidays and for different events that the families come to. It is a huge community and nobody is left out of that. They're never hiding anything because everyone is welcome. Everything is open. So they also do vocational training there. They have this therapeutic greenhouse, which enables residents to learn about care and responsibility as they watch the seeds they planted, nurtured, and cared for grow and develop. Residents also make planters and potha plants, which are then sold to the general public. Proceeds from sales are reinvested into the greenhouse. They had that when we went to visit, they were just finishing up that plant sale. They do it once a week, I believe, just outside in front of the grounds. And everyone is out there who participates. It's not just the people who work there, it's the people with disabilities and the people without disabilities that are out there selling the plants that they've grown. And they're beautiful plants. And they have a program called Gardeners Without Borders. In a truly groundbreaking program, Adi provides a real and equal opportunity for people with disabilities to work and earn proper wages in a normative and supportive social framework. People with physical, emotional, and mild intellectual disabilities cultivate and maintain village grounds as an integral part of Adi's gardening team. The Gardeners Without Borders program has often been a stepping stone to entrance into the general workforce. Look at the pride. And they have creative arts workshops as well that offer challenging and meaningful vocational activities, employing creative solutions in accordance with participants' varying levels of ability and need. Workshops include digital printing on mugs, paper mache products, ceramic plates and decorative items, Havdalah sets, silk table runners, and more, all of which are offered for sale through the Adi Ability Boutique, which is on their website. This I saw when we were there, people working in the garden. So in cooperation with the 11 Floors Foundation of Holland, Adi is changing the face of inclusive employment in Israel by introducing integrative agriculture, providing people with special needs opportunities for equal rights and access to meaningful occupational opportunities. Israel's first inclusive farm at Adi, a game changer for farmers and people with disabilities, will be expanded to additional farms throughout the country. Agriculture is very important to Israel. And to be able to include people with disabilities in the agricultural work benefits the country and it benefits these people as well. They don't have to rely on government help. They can support themselves with some assistance, but they feel like they are giving back to the community. Adi Negev just takes care of people and sees them through as human beings from the time they're born through their entire life cycle. They are treated with respect and they're treated as human beings who can give back as much as they are able to. And their abilities are so much higher than any doctor who first gives a diagnosis expects from them. If you give people the love and the attention and the help and the opportunities, they will always go perform way beyond your expectations. So they have a safari petting zoo. Animals roam free throughout the safari petting zoo, enabling close contact with visitors. Specially trained staff understands how to adapt interaction with the animals to meet the needs of Adi residents and outpatients and to find appropriate methods to reach defined therapeutic goals. Animals are also brought to the homes of residents unable to go to the safari. I love this picture. So creating and maintaining a relationship with a horse includes working within the animal's natural habitat while feeding, caring for, and playing with the horse. In this unique program, interaction between the horse and caregiver creates foundations of empathy, teaching the child to see others' needs, understand social clues, express emotion, and foster cooperation. Equine therapy is a big thing there. I love this too. So modern research has shown that people with intellectual disabilities feel more comfortable and more likely to socialize with a dog than with humans. By establishing a relationship with man's best friend, Adi residents enjoy the emotional benefits of companionship, unconditional acceptance, and love that help them progress and learn to share emotions with other individuals. So remember when Doron, the Major General, was talking about his son, that he never made eye contact with him. But he has a picture of his son hugging him. He showed that video of his son touching him and hugging him. He learned to be able to express love. Animals are a great opportunity to teach children with disabilities how to express love, how to feel that love, to know what that feels like, and to understand that that's something beautiful to give back. So Adi's innovative tactile library program pairs storybooks with lifelike puppets, communication boards, and other sensory stimulating paraphernalia to transform stories into exciting multisensory experiences, enabling children of all abilities to enter, enjoy, and benefit from the magical world of books. They bring the books to life for them in ways, all the ways that help children with disabilities learn. Tactile is so important. And then they have the innovative I'm not sure I'm pronouncing this right, Snozolin, multi-sensory room, stimulates residents' senses in a padded, all-white room by incorporating delicate fiber optics, a colorful side screen, soft music, and more for an optimal sensory stimulation experience and an inviting and relaxing environment. I think most people in today's world know that there are kids on the autism spectrum who really need those sensory deprivation type of rooms to help them. And they know just how to introduce the right types of stimulation to keep these kids calm and feel secure. So of course, Adi has that as well. So I have a couple of short videos to show you, very short.
I want to welcome everybody to the third Race for Inclusion.
I'm Gali Martin from Hollywood, Florida.
I grew up in Hollywood, Florida.
Bob Weissman, I'm from Chicago, Illinois.
David Bombach from Connecticut.
Paul Ash from New York.
We think that Adi Negev is beyond amazing.
We are so excited to be participating in Adi's third Race for Inclusion.
And I'm very excited to be here.
I'm Yisrael Chai.
This is just so beautiful and so much music and so much light.
We are standing on the 445th day since the beginning of the Iron Swords War. This is not just a race, this is a statement.
Rachel, when was it founded? How long have they been in business with this? 2000, I looked it up, 2009.
Thank you, because I didn't know that. So for a little over 20 years now.
And moving on, Israel's only rehabilitation hospital in the Negev was put to the ultimate test after Iran's recent missile strike on Soroka Medical Center. What unfolded next is a story of resilience, innovation, and one man's third miracle. ILTV's Mayan Hoffman has more.
The Kali Rehabilitation Medical Center at Adi Negev-Nahalat Eran, established in June 2022 in partnership with the Israeli government, Jewish National Fund USA, and international supporters, has been a critical lifeline since October 7. As the only dedicated rehab hospital in Israel South, with more than 100 inpatient beds, it quickly became a hub for wounded civilians and soldiers in the aftermath of the Hamas massacre. But its importance only grew during the next major crisis, the war with Iran. On June 19th, Soroka Medical Center in Beersheba, just 30 minutes away, was hit directly by an Iranian ballistic missile. In just 4 hours, all 30 of Soroka's rehab patients were safely and seamlessly moved to Adi Negev. Among them was 42-year-old father of 3, Shai Pinker. Before the war, Shai was already recovering from a horrific motorcycle accident. He had just started to be treated at Soroka when the rocket siren sounded. Unable to walk unassisted, a nurse pulled Shai from his hospital bed and drags him into a communal shelter. Seconds later, a rocket hit, toppling the ceiling above his bed. Support beams, glass, and debris landed exactly where he'd been lying. Miraculously, he survived. Again. Now at Adi Negev, Shai began therapy on Israel's only anti-gravity treadmill. And for the first time since the accident, he moved his legs on his own.
פעם ראשונה שהלכתי, ופעם ראשונה בכלל שראיתי את עצמי כאילו את ההתקדמות. זה בזכות הצוות המדהים הזה, שהוא מראה לך שזה אפשרי. אם מי שעובד מהלב, זה אפשרי.
That's the purpose, that he will use all of these aids, but eventually he will do it on his own. And he's young and he's healthy and he's so motivated, and there's no reason it won't happen for him.
Shai calls coming to Adi Negev his third miracle, and the rehabilitation village continues to serve patients from across the region, people who would otherwise need to travel 2 or 3 hours to receive vital restorative care. Here, they have access to state-of-the-art equipment, equine sports and hydrotherapies, shelter treatment areas, and a growing staff of specialists that has quadrupled since the center opened.
When we planned for the creation of this hospital, together with the Israeli government and Jewish National Fund USA, we planned that we should have a safe haven here, and thank God that prophecy became a self-fulfilling prophecy where we're able to protect our patient population, be it on October 7th, throughout this war, and the last war that we had with Iran.
מפה אני יוצא יותר חזק, יותר בריא.
And he's not alone. For many, Adi Negev is not just a hospital, it's hope.
רוני נולדה
So that is the end of the presentation. Does anyone have any questions?